Yeah, people are pretty disappointed by this super Easter egg reward. Personally, it's in the ballpark of what I expected. We got 12 emblems representing 2 characters from each of the main quests, which is actually less than what I thought it was going to be in terms of calling cards and emblems. But then again, I really do not like calling cards or emblems, and I don't know many players who do, so maybe that's a good thing. The real meat and potatoes of this reward is the potential legendary upgrade you can get for all of your starting weapons. This is actually more powerful than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be some like loot chest or Aether Tool at the most, but a legendary upgrade really changes the meta for a lot of players. I mean, this works in Onslaught and Outbreak where Aether Tools are abundant, so you can easily get a legendary or an epic weapon very early on. Speedrunning this is going to be useful. Marauder Toten, there is an Aether Tool Easter egg, which is really fun and easy to do. Forsaken, there are some upgrades that will upgrade your gun's rarity on specific types of weapons, so that's really powerful. This is crazy good. Okay, maybe not crazy good because, it's not like you're super overpowered or anything. It's just a nice little edge to have for players who completed all the main quests. Now, I don't think the community is too negative about this right now, but there are some people who are genuinely disappointed and wanted some type of director's cut, Mephistopheles type thing where it'd be so easy to just start you with all the weapons and all the points and all the stuff, and that's not really what they set out to do. At least from the blog post, they said, hey, we're going to give you some rewards, rewards being outside of the game, calling cards, emblems, like about what I expected. And then they said 1 permanent upgrade in all zombie maps. So that's literally what they gave us. So I don't understand how this doesn't align with what they said or what Treyarch said as their expectations. Now, don't get me wrong, I would love a director's cut super Easter egg Mephistopheles type fight in the future, but when Cold War was already short in development, Vanguard's short in development, I'm not going to expect that right now. I'm not going to be disappointed when we don't get that right now. But I think too many people are overlooking how we activate and deactivate this permanent in-game reward. First, you have to play Outbreak, which is interesting. You have to get into Zoo, which there's actually a pretty clever way. On all of the other Outbreak maps, there is a tiger head that if you interact with it, your next map will be guaranteed to be Zoo. Then you go to a specific site and you activate this ritual, and it's pretty cool, and it activates all the rewards. So what's interesting to me about this is that they put this in Outbreak. Now, obviously they did this in Outbreak because I would imagine it's a lot easier to add something as physically big like this ritual site is into a big open map like Outbreak. That being said, I'm going to make a dedicated video to this idea, but I just wanted to say that I really am in love with the idea of them adding in Easter eggs to previous zombie maps. I don't know if the community would like that, but if with Season 5, we got Forsaken, but also there was updated Easter eggs in Firebase C and D Machine and Marauder Toten that we could go back and hunt for, just keep adding the content like they've done with Outbreak, because Outbreak, I think they like Outbreak because they can add maps, they can add quests and side quests and main objectives, but why can't you do that with round-based? Do that with round-based stuff, add in different Easter eggs, add in different doors, add in different little tiny things that keeps the community engaged. I think there's so much potential for that. I think that's the next biggest innovation for the round-based zombie mode. But anyway, in terms of Outbreak, the idea of forcing a map by interacting with something in the world, I think is really good. Part of the reason I was at least a little bit excited for Vanguard and its objective-based game mode was the fact that they sort of kind of alluded to the fact that you can choose which portal you go to. You could choose which area, which objective you wanted to play, and I really like that idea, but that turned out to be wrong and false and not that. But I love the idea of being able to pick and choose, hey, I want this objective on this map. It adds a level of strategy that I think Outbreak and the Duron Phone game mode could really benefit from. And I think it does wonders for the Outbreak Easter eggs. I think it makes them feel like a more real place and a real world location to actually explore like a classic round-based map. And this ritual is actually pretty cool. I actually had a smile on my face during this whole little ritual thing. In Cold War Zombies, we have that ethereal type realm, that otherworldly type of experience. We have the sci-fi type of wonder weapons and boss zombies, but this ritual here is the first time that we see that sort of ritualistic, occult type thing that we have in Vanguard Zombies. Now, for all the hate, for all the negativity that Vanguard Zombies has, I think a lot of people, I think some of the few praises that it gets is the art direction regarding the occult stuff, the symbols and the ritualistic stuff in Vanguard is really cool. And to see that here in Cold War and to hear that demonic voice talk at you and to see the eclipse in the sky was really interesting. It makes it feel a little bit more satanic and demonic, which is something that we haven't seen in Cold War Zombies, and I kind of really like this direction. It makes it feel a little bit more personal to the characters and a little bit more horror-esque. And I will say, some people, I've seen some videos talk about the eclipse like it's from Derice, but Durongfeng also has an eclipse that's probably very similar to this eclipse, which is actually pretty interesting for the storyline because maybe it means that whatever happened here in this ritual on Zu is something similar to happened in the story of Durongfeng and what happened there in Vanguard Zombies. I don't know, I'm not a storyline guy, but yeah, it was kind of cool to see that little connection there. Overall, this is a net positive for Cold War. Yeah, the emblems and calling cards, whatever, that's kind of neither here nor there, but even if we got more emblems and calling cards, I don't think people would be that much happier. And I think the legendary upgrade is just powerful enough to give players an edge, but not too powerful so that the game feels even easier than it already is. That being said, I do have a way to revolutionize Cold War's difficulty. It could be incredibly rewarding, but also incredibly challenging and pretty difficult. If you want to know what that idea is, be sure to check out that video. Be sure to like this video, tell me what you think of this super Easter egg reward in my Discord, link in the description, and subscribe for more Call of Duty philosophy. And as always, stay beautiful.